Have you ever been hit so hard that life said, sit your ass down? That's what happened to me. Today we're going to talk about how setbacks can launch you further than success ever could. Hey, what's up, everybody? I am Taj, the rapping detailer, and I'm back at you again with another video. So listen, I want to touch on 3 key points today on why setbacks will alter your mind for you to think bigger, okay? So the first one I want to talk about is something personal to me that happened twice in the last 7 months, 8 months, 9 months. So my injury was my setbacks. I've had 2 injuries over the last 9 months, which led to wake-up calls. You know, sometimes pain makes you see what the comfort is hiding, right? You can get into these flows of life. You think that you're winning. You think you're winning because you're making a little bit of money or you have a little bit of success. And this little bit of success, this little bit of winning can take you away from the bigger picture. It can cause you to be stagnant. Of course you see wins, of course you see some growth, but it can cause you to take your eye off of the ball. It's almost like these NBA teams who are winning all of these games. I swear it happens every year. There's a breakout team that's crushing records or getting so many wins that they haven't had before, but they don't win the championship. It happens every year. Last year it happened with the Cavaliers. And nobody saw the Indiana Pacers going to the finals. Nobody. And they had a chance to win until the man got hurt. See, I had a shoulder injury back in late November from a minor accident on the road. And this accident, I fell asleep on the road and some things happened. So for the next 2 days, I didn't feel anything. There was really no damage done to my car. So I was just moving along in life like nothing ever happened. So what happened on the 3rd day? I wake up, I couldn't even put a shirt on. And this pain increased and put me out of commission basically for the next 90 days. And in my profession, my shoulders are everything. I have to do this a lot. I have to do this movement a lot. This movement a lot. So if I'm not able to do this movement, I'm basically capped. And they would call it handicapped. So for 90 days, I had to do the bare minimum. Most of these days, I couldn't do anything. So my revenue plummeted for the first quarter of this year. But to be honest, without that injury, I might still be grinding in the same pattern instead of scaling to 5-figure months consistently. So that setback led me to thinking way outside of the box. The second point I want to bring up is it's all about strategy over sweat equity. Now, if you're beginning your business, especially a brick and mortar business, you're going to want to be doing everything by yourself. You're going to think that you have the skill. You're going to run yourself ragged. You're going to get your clients. You're going to get the jobs. And you're going to be off to the races. Skills on 10. But like I mentioned earlier, you can get trapped because if you keep booking jobs back to back to back to back to back. You start to see this flow. And if you think how I think, you're like, I got to get the getting while the getting is good. So you're going to stack. And a lot of times you're not even going to want to take days off, especially if you have big goals. But the truth is, you can't build $1 million businesses with sore muscles. Eventually, it'll catch up to you. Somebody like me, I'm thinking, oh, I'm invincible, I'm young, can't nobody stop me, I'm in shape, I'm healthy, I'm gonna last forever. The truth is, you won't. And if you think you are, just wait and see. See, being sidelined pushed me to focus on other things, like mastering my sales techniques, mastering my systems and my processing, doing more networking. And if you know me, that's how I started out. That's how I built to the point where I don't have to market. Even though I do market, I get calls every single day now. Every single day about jobs. Hey, I got this seat that's got stains on it. Hey, I spilled some milk. I need you to extract it. Hey, I got these scratches on my car. Can you take them off? Hey, could you put a ceramic coating on my car? We just bought a couple Porsches. This is my real life. So I am getting back into the flow of networking and leadership and building a team rather than just doing labor. Because if you focus on just the labor, then it's easy for you to lack in areas, you know. They talk about this balance thing when it comes to building. It's so hard for me to balance. But them setbacks will learn you. Them setbacks will force you to sit back and think, oh yeah, you're going to have to learn to balance. Because if you don't, then it's going to knock everything out of alignment. It's like having a car with too much pressure on one side. If you have too much pressure on one side, then guess what? Your car is going to be out of alignment. So my shoulder healed. My shoulder healed like around February, March, when we were coming out of the winter season. It was a hard winter. It was a hard winter, I'm telling you. But through all of that, my mind leveled up permanently. To the point that all I'm thinking about is training guys and putting them into position. Training people, putting them into position so that they can skill up. So that they can learn the game. So that the whole team can take over. Whoever joins me on my team, we gonna take over. Period. Because my will to win is like MJ Brady status. You know what I'm saying? And the third point that I want to bring up, and just to wrap this video up, setbacks are set ups. You might think a setback is going to put you in a position to lose. You might think a setback is going to put you in a position to not get what you were getting before. But no. These setbacks, these obstacles need to be reframed in your mind. You see, if you reframe these setbacks and these obstacles and treat them like weights, like, oh, I got an obstacle, I got to pick them up. And then I got to put them down. I got to pick them up again. And then I got to put them down. And what happens if you keep picking up weights and putting them down? Picking up weights and putting them down. Eventually, your muscles are going to keep on growing and you're going to get stronger for the next round. And I'm applying that to my current situation right now. I just recently had another setback, another injury. And it's not the fact that I thinking that I can do it all by myself. It's the fact that nobody has been able to keep up with me. So I'm like, all right, who's going to do the work? How the work going to get done? All right, I'll do the work. I'll stack the work. I'll get the jobs done. And I've been getting the jobs done all summer. Unfortunately, I've been having to get rid of people because they are not meeting the standard. And at the same time, this is my baby. This is my business. Who's going to do it if I don't do it? So I got caught up in a flow, stacking cars every day, all summer. And I'm grateful for it. Until life said, all right, here, I'm going to put this injury on you for a little bit. You're going to have to sit your ass down for a few days, a week. And now I'm sitting my ass down, but it's allowing me to rest. It's allowing me to delegate. It's allowing me to hire. It's allowing me to build a team. You feel me? So listen, fam, I encourage you wholeheartedly to stop seeing setbacks as stops. Stop seeing setbacks as things that are roadblocks and start seeing setbacks as a strategy meeting with God. Because you are being forced to change. You're being forced to look at this whole thing differently. Because in the whole retrospect of it all, you have to see it differently so you can grow. And so you can win. So you can go from being a 5-figure person to a 6-figure person to a 7-figure person and beyond. So yeah, your setbacks are wake-up calls. You thinking it's about a fall, but really it's a setup for you to ball. It's all about the strategy over the sweat. Never forget, this is a thing that you can do so you can set up the vet. So you can set up the ride faster than the vet. Your setbacks are set-ups. Don't forget, you can always clean your mess up. As long as every single time you fall down, you get up. Hey, that's about it, fam. These are the reasons why your setbacks can launch you further than success ever could. Just remember that being prepared eliminates fear, and being aware makes everything clear. It's that man, Taj the rapping detailer. And I'm out of here. Peace.